Hi everyone, I'm Roberto Kerry. It's good to see you all. Really not necessary. I am a formerly punk artist. I'm done with punk rock. I think it's silly, derogatory, and overall unnecessary. So we're not going to do anything of that. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing some songs from my new musical. And it's a musical called Carbon Monoxide. So it's very upbeat. And I'll give you the synopsis basically of what's happening. There's these three co-workers named Matt, Ellie, and Joan who are staying late at their marketing firm on a Saturday morning. And they have to finish this big project for this machinery company called Canary Institutes. Canary. The metaphors are really not that subtle at all. And I'm sure you're all going to get what I'm talking about by the end. So they're staying late and they have to finish this project. So I guess we'll just sort of start this thing. Ellie is on stage. Suddenly Matt comes in and Joan, and they come in fashionably late as always, and they both got a caramel macchiato from Starbucks in their hands, and Joan's wearing a broken heel who got stuck on a subway grate. And they look at all these papers and all this work they have to do. They've ruined a whole Saturday. They could have been at home binge watching New Girl. And they're here instead, but they decide, let's band together, let's get this finished, and let's try to get home by 5. So this first song is called the Work Song. And it may sound very similar to another sort of song. And that's because I'm really creative when it comes down to it. Look at all these papers, I wonder how we'll cope. Anyone got my stapler? I wish I was on dope. Oh, look at all these figures, there's so much here to read. So put your chin up, put coffee in your cup, and these words you should heed. Gotta go to work, gotta go to work, gotta go to work, and then we'll play. Gotta go to work, gotta go to work, gotta go to work, there's bills to pay. I don't wanna do it, I don't wanna do it, I don't wanna do it, but still we must. Gotta go to work, gotta go to work, gotta go to work, and work we trust. But if we can't get started, soon I'll cut your throats. My weekend plans discarded. Look at all these notes. Oh, look at all these figures. There's so much here to read. We'll do a good job and show it to the snobs at Canary Industries. Gotta go to work, gotta go to work, gotta go to work, but still it sucks. Gotta go to work, gotta go to work, gotta go to work and give some fucks. Gotta go to work, gotta go to work, gotta go to work and have a ball. Gotta go to work, gotta go to work, gotta go to work until we fall. Thank you. This next song, you ever been at work and you're just about to leave for the day and your boss looks at you and goes, oh hey, can I chat with you tomorrow? And you're like, oh yeah, hey, what's up? And you go, no, we'll talk about it tomorrow. And so then the entire night you're wondering, well, I've pretty much lost my job. I might as well bother not showing up. This song is sort of about that feeling whenever your boss wants to talk to you. S is for sorry, you've fallen from grace. Deb, we understand how important this project is. We won't let you down. Shut up, bitch. This is my song. I want to flaunt my wealth in a magazine. You know what that means. I want pylons of progress. I want pioneers. Cater into hack engineers. First we'll take canary and then the world. I want perfection. Am I heard? And if you think I'm taking it too far, let me introduce my friend HR. Hello, maggots, you're under my skin, but I am where your pain begins. If you feel short, you'll feel a fire, and as your friends, you do not hire. You can't get a job, you're destitute and poor. You gotta sell yourself as a lowly whore. I make $1, you make a dime. Who approved your overtime? When the going gets tough and you're not enough, you gotta learn how to play rough. That's how it goes in this spider web, facing the wrath of. When you're on your knees, trying to please, you're just another disease. That's how it goes in this spider web, facing the wrath of, facing the wrath of, facing the wrath of. Thank you. So it's at this point in the show that the gang drink some water. The gang realizes that they really have to get their shit together. They have to ace this, or else their asses are on the line. And this is when a lovely intern comes in. Clarice Overson, who was asked to come into to help, and to be honest with you, I kind of forgot she worked here. And I really don't think we have anything here for her anyway, so you know what, Clarice, why don't you just stay back and shred all these papers, and I know it's a lot of papers, but just try to get as much done as you can. And she goes, okay, and goes away, sort of deflated, and the gang gets to work, and during this sort of, we're skipping about 20 minutes in the musical, and things happen, they get to work, and they sing this little song that I think, unfortunately, everyone I know can relate to. Be a doctor, a lawyer, travel like Tom Sawyer. I've changed. Maybe a hunter, skydiver, do it like MacGyver. I've changed. I never saw myself right here. I'm not the same. Dreams, they change. Picking up the pieces, the creases, imagination ceases, it's strange. The world is an empire, on fire, burning with desire, it's strange. I haven't done a thing all year, that's just insane. Dreams change. song, they decided that, oh shit, it's already 7 p.m. Let's get a little bite to eat first. Let me order a pizza. Ellie, you're good to just sort of finish this whole thing up, right? And she says, of course, because she's always seeming to pick up the slack of these two bozos. And at least she got a pizza about it. So while she's working, while everyone else is out of the room, Ellie will sing this little song to herself.
Ellie is sort of crying, moping around herself as she normally does, and suddenly, Matt and Joan come storming in the room and go, "Oh my God, Ellie, they're on to us!" "Who's on to us?" "The IRS!"
Oh, no.
"What do you mean? Do you know how much shit we've been covering up just for the sake of a little paycheck? And now they're here. Don't you see? We're a bunch of patsies. We have to destroy everything. I'm not going back to jail." And Ellie goes, "Joan, I didn't know you were in jail." And she goes, "Well, that's because that was my old life." And so Matt and Joan are like, "Okay, start breaking shit. Wait, oh my God, I forgot the intern, Clarice. We gotta tell her not to rat us out." So they go off, and Ellie starts frantically, ruining the place, shredding everything, burning as much as she can, and then Matt and Joan come back in and go, "Whoa, Ellie, what's going on?" She goes, "The IRS." "What are you talking about?" "You guys just came in and told me that we had to burn everything." "Okay, Ellie, I think you've been working a little too hard. Why don't we get a slice of pizza?" And this is when the plot thickens. So they sort of vent out frustrations, and Matt and Joan go to Ellie and say, "You know what? We realize we haven't been very fair to you. We put in a lot of work on you, and that's not fair. So we're going to let you go home. We'll finish the rest of this up. Our only caveat is you stay and at least have a slice of pizza with us. And Monday morning, we'll all get coffee together." How does that sound? That sounds very wonderful. And then suddenly, ding dong. Foley. Pizza Man's here. That's good. I don't remember putting in an order yet. This pizza man comes in and he goes, "Wow, this place is a real fucking mess." And it's like, okay, yeah, we're just sort of lamenting our lives right now. And pizza man goes, "Why? This is my 5th pizza place this week. Why would you want to climb the corporate ladder when you can just have a good time?" And sings this little jaunty number about that. Trained at Juilliard. If you can believe that. So, they decide, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck this project. Fuck everything else. Why would we spend 75% of our lives working all the goddamn time to no avail? And then all of a sudden, Claire comes in. And she has these imaginary IRS agents with her. It was real? Fuck, I gotta get off the shrooms. And they seize Matt, Joan, and Ellie.
and Clarice begins her killing blow. Great to be here, isn't it so? You ought to know what I've done to you. Heart to heart to heart, you all are hated. Now you are faded. The canary comes through. Carbon monoxide, carbon monoxide, carbon monoxide. Breathe it in deep. Once was ignored, now I'm the star, and setting the bar as the comeback king. Mind is distorted, imagining songs. It's all gone wrong. The alarm never rings. Carbon monoxide, carbon monoxide, carbon monoxide. Breathe it in deep. Now I have you. The job is now done. You see the blood sign of heaven or hell. No more paychecks, promotions or raises, just the small traces of canary's last tale. Carbon monoxide, carbon monoxide, carbon monoxide sings me to sleep. I could be a doctor, an actress, spend nights in a black dress on stage. Maybe next time it's all mine, I'll never work for mere dimes. Let this bird out of its cage. I have nothing left to eat. Now it's time to go to sleep. When the canary sings. And now, as Matt, Joan, and Ellie suffer and die from the effects of long-term carbon monoxide poisoning, they realize it was all in their head. The songs, the projects, the friendships, and they fade away. Thank you so much for your time. I'd love to know what each and every one of you thought of it. It's a work in progress. My name is Roberto Kerry. As I may or may not have said in the beginning, I am a punk artist. And the game's up. And I did have an EP that released just today. So if you're interested in listening to my music, hit me up. I have a QR code. I have a YouTube channel. I'm not on Spotify because I need to be more niche. But that's my own downfall. And anyway, thank you so much for your time.